right now the price action is getting interesting. Whether we agree with things or not, the price action does show you the fact that it is trying to form a reversal. Whether it's in XRP, price action, whether it's the indicators, what they suggest you is something deep. If you don't miss what these indicators are suggesting you, you know what it means. Reduce that thickness as low as possible and look at it. It does show you the fact that we're getting closer to a breakout. For what? That's a big question. If you want to understand that, you will have to look through a lot of different things. Especially, remember, the price action was showing you a lot of different patterns. We went through them, we discussed about them. This was that earlier. We had the breakout, we were retesting it, and we talked about bouncing off. Then we got it. We bounced off from that scenario, and here we go. We break down things into that structure. What does that mean? Bitcoin literally shows you the fact that it is about to do things just like this. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. If you're focused on the price action, understand these charts were made a couple of hours back, so the current price may not reflect that. You will watch that the current price of Bitcoin is at 44,200 plus. Now, what does that range has in the room for you, me, and others? Zoom in, take your time, digest this. This daily candle close and the weekly candle close, which we are discussing right now, has been the resistance for a long time. Last 30 days, we've been talking about this. Now, we saw this candle and we understand the fact that whatever we discussed through that time stays relevant and correct and accurate. Look at the volume for that matter. You don't have a lot of buying volume, but the price is breaking to the upside. What the hell does that mean? Sellers are slowly stepping out, guys. Make sure you understand this. Sellers are stepping back. They tried here. Even though there was a lot of buying volume, sellers limited the price action. Next time they tried again. This time you didn't need that much of buying power to push a little bit further. The same thing here. Now, we're only mid this week. So by the end of the week, if you get more buying power, that means you're watching the price action going higher. Just as I highlighted here, the previous price structure we discussed is going to play out. Think about this. If you are watching this 30 days price action, then most likely by this range, which is late Feb, early March, you're going to look for Bitcoin close to 59,000, 60,000, unless you get a negative divergence here. Now, we all know we would like to see different things in the market, but the market may always surprise you. Fine? That's why we take the amount of time and learn through the market. Remember, when we went through all these assets or this list, when we went back in that day, like December, a month and a half back, we studied all those coins, saying some of them are waiting for more money. Some of them are like, you have a bit more to wait. Some of them were short wait. Now things have changed. If you're in the market and you're looking through all these assets, a lot of things have changed. And that's why I say focus on the price action. If the market says you that I'm about to do certain thing like this, keep that in mind. It won't be a joke. See, the Bitcoin dominance, we wanted it to break to the downside. It's not showing us that it is doing that. It is slowing down for sure, but it's not breaking to the downside. So we had a little bit of buying volume. The price action is not respecting that level. We would like to see this getting rejected to the downside, but we'll literally wait for another week or two to see where that happens. Will that happen at 53? Will that happen from 53.5? That's going to be a critical level. Now, jump into XRP for a moment. Remember, on the price action list, XRP is showing you this. The price is going down. RSI is still going up. Think about this. We've been talking about this for like last couple of weeks, detailing the fact that historically we have seen that the price going down and the RSI going up was the bottom. But yeah, for sure, there are a lot of different thoughts of 0.3 coming in, 0.2 coming in. Even the worst case scenario which we plotted was like this support, right? 0.45, 0.44, 0.46, that range, 0.44 to 0.46. Now, if you see the price bouncing off from this, keep one thing in mind. If you are an XRP lover, keep this in mind. The first base here was 0.45. If you want to take time, go back all the way, you'll see how this just looks like a step. Each time you're going up, you're making a new base. You're not going down, trending lower. You're making a new base, which is a higher price level than the last one. So there is progress. Now, for sure, it's not the progress we want to see. It's not at $5, $10, $20. Agreed. But the market shows you it still has that level where buyers are controlling the market. Now, yeah, you'll have to slowly move on to a higher time frame structure to see this. And it shows you reversing. Perfect. Great. Then you go on a weekly and you see this. We discussed about this, in and out every now and then, and people say, you're talking about the same shit. Yeah, I'm talking about the same shit. Why? Because the price is showing you the exact same thing from last 2-3 weeks. They haven't changed. The hidden bullish divergence is still there in the market unless that's invalidated. As of now, that's valid and that's what you're looking forward to. There is no other way you can predict the market. No one can do that. What we are trying to do is to get the best odds based on any historical analysis you can do, whether it's a price action, you're a trend-based guy, pattern-based guy, price structure, whatever you follow, you can use that. And that's why I say I try to break everything like that, whether you are a trend-based guy, pattern-based guy, microstructure-based guy, you get all of them here in the SI family. We go through that in and out and going through details and a lot of different assets. So you guys get to see what's happening in front of us. Now, we usually used to do things on the Google Sheets, which was a bit easier way. But earlier today, I had internet connection issues. I had to do that in the Excel. I had to download that version, and we did it. But now, you need to understand some things. When the market is giving you data, you need to know what these assets are going to do. Primarily speaking, what Bitcoin does. Now, whether we like it or not, Bitcoin leads the market. Historically speaking, we have seen that the Bitcoin price dominates the market and it leads the way. Now, what do we really want to see? I'm going to repeat this one more time. If you get the price showing you a negative divergence, now, I don't really want to see a negative divergence at this point. But what if the price action shows you the fact that it is getting a negative divergence here? That means the price action would be showing you things like this. The price is going up, RSI is going down. I'm repeating this 1,000 times maybe. But keep this in mind, it won't change. That's the reality of market. And if that happens to be, now listen to this carefully. If this happens to be a bit lower than the last all-time highs, think about exiting crypto as much as possible a month or two after that. Max. That's this. We're talking about this form of divergence coming in on the RSI on a weekly and a consolidation here. Why that consolidation day? Because at that point you will see a lot of crazy new people entering the market who are just buying into the narrative and who will see there is a lot of opportunity. Katie Wood comes out, say 600,000 Bitcoin on the lease case, the bullish case, 1.5 million. So they're selling these big numbers. And if you see the negative divergence forming at an early stage, that's not happening. That's not what's going to happen. But remember what we talked about earlier on a monthly. We broke it down as much as possible. Unless your RSI is close to 80, 85, 90, You're not at that top where we are going to reverse. That's history. That's history. It's not me. That's the price action. That's the investors. That's the traders over last 10, 15 years. What does that mean? Most likely you're going to see that price action. And remember, we discussed about this monthly candle, what it meant, right? Throughout the history, we have seen such candles in the price action all the way from 2017. Remember, in yesterday's video, I discussed about XRP trying to show you the 2017 model price action. 2017 model price action in XRP. Why? Because there is a lot of different things evolving in the market which suggests that. Now, Bitcoin says, I'm also doing something similar. Whether you like it or not, like this is the all-time highs day, you're doing this stuff here. So you can put the narrative, that's a retracement, we're going to go down. But then, you know what happened, right? So now here we are, this is the all-time highs. And this is that range. What do you think? Now, the possibility of ETFs taking in all the supply is still there. We are listening to that from some time. Remember, that's now becoming the reality. They are scooping up 3,000, 4,000 Bitcoin a day. That's massive when you get 900 Bitcoin mined into the market. Which means if you are looking at Bitcoin on a weekly, on a monthly, whatever zone you are looking at this asset, what you and me need in the altcoin gains is that Bitcoin just consolidate here. Just move up and down, that's it for us. Great. Even if it breaks down close to 60, 65, making it the all-time high, it's perfect for us. Just the time taken to reach the all-time highs for most of our assets are now much shorter than anticipated. Great. Perfect. You'll see some of the assets which are now, say, in the accumulation, like gaming, Mana, Gala, all those you name, are in accumulation. They may need 5-6 months, but the other assets which are already in the mark-up phase, which is like, say, for example, the AI, they're going to roof out soon. Or smart contracts, they may need 2.5 months to roof, depending on where they are, but most of them are above the accumulation range. That gives you the perspective. Payments, they are at that verge of a retest and a bounce, which is starting markup phase. That means they also have similar time, 3 months, 3.5 months, that's it. Yes, some of them, like gaming, a very few in infrastructure, are still in the accumulation. They need 5 months, 6 months. Just like the history, you saw a lot of large cap topping off here. They did not run up till 2021, November, December. They topped out 2021, April, May. But Bitcoin did a retest, and a lot of those coins which were in the accumulation, they got the time to run, and they did run. So this is the market giving you that narrative. Go back to Ether, because this shows you that guide. And remember what we discussed in Ether last time. We are still in the same position. We are still in the same argument. We are not changing anything. We are staying with what we have talked. This has been a trend line where we bounced off last time. This has been a trend line which pushed the price above the moving average. Watch what's happening. It's the same thing. Now, why is things getting a little bit predictable here? Now, maybe it's things getting predictable or we are increasing in skill, but we are using the same thing. The RSI, the MACD, the price action. If you see the volume and the price and you can interpret them, as I say, the land of candlestick and the language of candlestick, that gives you the ability to do this. So if you want to get that advantage in the market, look at the scientific investor family. We're doing this thing on all of different assets in the crypto market. So you have a perfect advantage in this market. If you want to get that, look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below in YouTube or in the bio on Twitter. If you haven't smashed that like button yet and you're receiving some kind of value for your time here, smash that like button for me. I appreciate that a lot, guys. I'll meet you on the next video. Bye for now.